Okay, so I prepared a blanket. If you know you have sensitive knees, I think you should either get a blanket or a pillow, or you can also roll up the mat. I will guide you through that. For the moment, we're gonna start with a sequence that really helps to already open up the hip flexors and warm up. So feet together in front of the mat, arms along the side of the body. We're gonna inhale, reach the arms up and look up. Exhale, fall forward, bend the knees if you need, hands down. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look up. Exhale, right leg goes back into a low lunge. Now press the knee and foot down, squeeze the inner thighs, inhale. Exhale, small back bend, looking up. Inhale, come back. Exhale, hands down, tuck toes under, lift the hips up. Press yourself back into a high plank. Knees, chest and chin into the mat. Inhale, slide forward to a low cobra, open the chest. Tuck toes under, push yourself back into a downward facing dog. Bend the knees if you need. Now try to reach a right foot forward between the hands into a low lunge. Release the knee and foot down, squeeze the inner thighs, inhale. Exhale, small back bend, both hips towards the front. Inhale to come back, hands down, tuck toes under, lift the hips up, forward fold, bend the knees. Inhale to come up, look up at the thumbs. Exhale, diving angel, opening the chest again, bend the knees if you need, hands down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, left leg goes back into a low lunge. Knee and foot down, same thing, squeeze inner thighs, inhale. Exhale, small back bend. Inhale to come back, hands down, tuck toes under, push the mat away into a high plank. Knees, chest and chin into the mat. Slide forward into cobra, engaging the shoulder blades. Tuck toes under, push yourself back into a downward facing dog. However you can, get the left foot between the hands, low lunge. Knee and foot release down, squeeze inner thighs, inhale. Exhale, small back bend. Inhale to come back, hands down, tuck toes under. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Inhale to come up, look up at the thumbs. One more time, diving angel, opening the chest. Exhale, fall forward. Option to bend the knees at all times. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, right leg goes back into, again, a low lunge. This time though, you really squeeze the inner thighs, press the foot down and try to come up, stretch the arms. We're gonna tap the back knee down into the mat, try to keep the hips nice and low, stretch. Down, stretch. Down, stretch. Last one, down and stretch. Now release the knee and foot down. That's when you're either gonna bend the mat or place the blanket underneath the knee. We're gonna squeeze the inner thighs and again taking the small back bend. So chest up towards the ceiling, both hips forward. Really feel this part lengthening. Inhale to come back. We're gonna interlace the fingers into the knees and then imagine that you're pressing the knee away and reach up and back. Good. Inhale to come back. Now do one more. Right arm reaches up, squeeze inner thighs and then lengthen towards the side. So imagine a long line of energy between the fingers and the toes. So this whole side of the body is really opening up. Good. Slowly, we're gonna place both hands into the inside of the foot. Walk this foot out to the side a little bit. Tuck toes under and lifting the knee up. From the back foot, you're gonna move forward and back. It's a little hip massage. Again, you might be up here, completely fine, completely normal. So you either stay here now. If you have the flexibility and you can reach down into the elbows, however you are. Again, that's a very intense variation, so you might just wanna be here with the leg stretch if you can, if not, all the way down. Breathing into it. Now, however you are, you're gonna try to engage the hamstring. So start from flexing the foot, that helps. We're gonna kick the foot into the hips and then release. If you can have the hands down, you can also do this by staying here. So kick and release. You might cramp. I used to cramp all the time when I did that, but flex the foot, that really helps. And release, last one. In, and then release. Good. Placing the hands down, we're gonna move with the hips back and try to stretch the front leg. And then inhale, come forward. And then going back. And then forward. One more time, back. And then forward. Now, option to just twist back and stay in here. If you can activate the hamstring like we just did. If you have a strap, you can also grab the foot with a strap. If not, try to grab the foot and maybe take it towards the hips. Again, that's a very deep variation. So you have something to work towards too. If not, these or these, completely fine. When I place the hands down, we're gonna walk the hips back, open up this foot a little bit, and take in some hip circles. So imagine yourself to be some sort of a wild animal at this point, or whatever this represents you. Just to loosen up actually, but it feels quite wild in a way. Good. And then when you're done, now spread the fingers, tuck the toes under, press yourself back into a high plank. Knees, chest and chin into the mat. Slide forward to a low cobra, engaging the shoulder blades. Tuck toes under, press yourself back into a downward facing dog. Walk the dog a little bit from side to side. Just loosen up a little bit more. And then, finding the downward dog position, and however you can, you're gonna walk the foot forward between the hands. Squeeze inner thighs, other side coming up. Tap the knee down, hips low, reach up. Down, up, down, up. Open the chest, down and up. Knee and foot release down. Again, swap the blanket if you need it underneath. We're gonna inhale here, squeeze inner thighs, exhale, small back bend. Inhale to come back, interlace the fingers into the knee. Imagine that you're pushing the knee away, open the chest. Inhale to come back, one last. Squeeze inner thighs, left hand comes up, inhale, exhale, take it to the side. A real nice side stretch, maybe looking up at the hands, really opening up the left side body. Good. Slowly, place both hands on the inside. Walk this foot out to the side a little bit. Tuck toes under and lift the hips up. Now from the back foot, you're gonna move forward and back. Try as much as possible to reach the chest forward, so you're lengthening the spine. So either staying here with the legs active if you can, if not, releasing the knee and foot down, or maybe coming down into the elbow, so whatever variation suits you the most. And again, it's really intense, so try to really use the exhalation to release that tension. Close your eyes, breathe into it. Good. Slowly coming back, either hands down here or coming up, however you can. Activating the hamstring, so kicking the heel in. Remember to flex the foot and down. If you do cramp, just shake the legs off. In and out. In, out. Last one. In and out. Oof. Hands down, walking the hips back and then forward. So imagine like a little dance. Back and forward, and then back and forward. Left hand or fingertips down, either just staying up here into a twist, maybe kicking up maybe just be here. If you can, either using a strap or not, taking the foot and exhaling, reaching the heel towards the hips. Again, this is very deep, very intense. So if this isn't happening, maybe you'll be up here, maybe you'll be here, maybe you'll be completely relaxed. Just try to really use the exhalation to release the hips forward, to break that tension. You might find irritation or even anger towards me right now, completely normal. One last. Slowly, both hands into the mat. We're gonna walk the hips back a little bit, open up this foot, and again, going back into these wild circles. Really try to massage your hip joints with them, loosening up the tension. One side, and then the other. Good. And then tuck toes under, press the hands down, high plank. Last one, knees, chest and chin into the mat. Inhale, slide forward to a low cobra. Tuck toes under, press yourself back into downward facing dog. In the downward dog again, just pedal the knees in and out, the feet. Find a downward dog position, reach the hips up, bend the knees, push the mat away from you. And then eventually try to reach the heels down if it feels good. Whenever you can, just come down into the knees, sit back, just take a moment here. Close your eyes and breathe. And then place the hands in front of the chest. Namaste. Thank you for today. See you tomorrow.